Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bandai America and Bandai Collectibles New York Toy Fair Press event, I guess we can call it. We're really excited that you decided to join us today. We have a wide range of product that we want to talk to you today about. And we're going to first start with my baby, the Tamagotchi. So as you guys know, we released in 1998 here in the States. So if you do the math really quickly, we are celebrating our 25th anniversary. To kick off the 25th anniversary, we actually launched the 25th anniversary Tamagotchi device. The lighting doesn't do it justice because it's really cool. The packaging is amazing. It is available on Amazon for $25 for the 25th anniversary. So that is just one of our fun initiatives we did this year. The other really kind of thing that we did is we announced the 25th anniversary, but we also are bringing in new branding to celebrate this new 25th anniversary. We've been very successful. And so what we're going to do is, this is the branding that we introduced in 97. We brought it back out when we introduced the original Tama back in 2018. And this year, as you can see, excited to show off our new branding. It's been fun creating something from you really focusing on the core branding of what Tama is about, the characters and the play pattern, but really making it look like it should be on the shelf in 2022 versus it being something total retro. With that, as you can see, we've got all new shell designs that we're introducing. We've got our clock, our pastel bubbles and flames that you can find at stores now. And we're presently pre-selling these three, which is the logo, the Sakura, and the retro flowers. So one of the things we really try to do is consistently bring and introduce new styles for that variety, because since 1997, we have always been introducing collectability has been a key part of Tamagotchi. As you know, there are different parts of Tamagotchi. One is our millennials, we're going after them with our original Tama, but we also have our feature Tama, which we introduced back in last fall. Just as a reminder, we have our Tamagotchi pics. We don't need to go straight up on, oh, okay, or we can. Our Tamagotchi pics really showing off the cuteness. This is last year, so I'm not gonna spend a really long time on that. I just wanted to remind you that we do have our Tamagotchi pics product that we continue to sell. But I wanna introduce you to our next segment of Tamagotchi, which is our collaboration. And with our collaboration, we've got a lot of different partnerships that we've been introducing over the last like 2+ years. And with that, I'm going to pass it up to Trish to introduce you to our latest and greatest.
Hello, everybody. Happy 2/22/22. It's a fun day. So we've got Tamagotchi has been expanding, and so Tara has the products that she just showed you, the original, and then the one that's more geared at our younger friends with the color screen. But now for the fandoms, we are really expanding, and this is with our smaller device, the Tamagotchi Nano. This one is our brand new, this is kind of a sneak. We haven't officially announced yet, but we were going to be sharing this with you at Toy Fair. It's Toy Story Tamagotchi. So what's been happening is we had originally started collaborations with Gudetama, Pac-Man, Hello Kitty, but now we've kind of taken it to a whole new level, a whole new universe, stratosphere. We started in November with Star Wars R2-D2 Tamagotchi, and based on the success of that, we are furthering our partnership with Disney and expanding to the Pixar side of the business. So we've got Toy Story Tamagotchi, and what you're seeing here, there's two different shell designs. Actually, here's a working model. Thank you, Tara. And we've got Woody. So this one is a very unique collaboration because it trades off where you get to take care of 17 different toys. So in the past, it's been, like, well, R2-D2, it was just R2-D2, and you train him in all different kinds of ways and all his friends show up. But like, based on this fun package, you can see it's just full of all of your favorite toys across the entire Toy Story franchise, 1 through 4. And we've timed this perfectly to align with Pixar's summer blockbuster Lightyear. Obviously, that's not Toy Story 5, but it elevates the entire franchise, right? Because it is the backstory of Buzz Lightyear, and Buzz Lightyear is one of our key toys in this Toy Story Tamagotchi device. So yeah, in the blue device that Tara showed you, there was the Clouds shell. which is Andy's wallpaper from his bedroom. So it's just so great. Everyone recognizes that immediately. And in the white shell, it is a whole bunch of little icons. You can see like the W block, that's for Woody. There's, you know, like a sheriff's hat. There's all these different icons to represent the toy room and all of the icons that are found in that toy room. So it's a lot of fun, and depending on how you play with it, you'll get introduced to your next toy. And if you neglect your toy for too long, there's always a consequence in Tamagotchi. But don't worry, it doesn't die. It'll get too dusty and it'll have to be sold at the yard sale. So your toy will get sold at the yard sale. It's a cute little 25-cent box shows up, and then bye-bye to your toy. And then you can start the fun all over again. But the only exception is Forky, because Forky, who's also in this device, he runs away and hides behind a trash can rather than getting sold at the yard sale. Super cute. There's lots of fun surprises like that, and fun guests that show up at random times throughout the day. So lots of levels of play. Every time Japan introduces one of these, it gets more and more involved, more advanced, more surprises, secret levels. It's just, I mean, for such a small device, it's just hours and hours of fun. Thank you. And then I just wanted to mention, because Japan has really just opened the floodgates on these collaboration devices, because they are so popular, because that nostalgia trend is so big, but also it's your favorite toy from your, you know, younger days, plus all of your favorite properties from today. So one of them that I'd like to show you is BT21. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with BT21. This is available now. And this is the Line Friends characters that the biggest boy band in the universe have created themselves. So BTS, all 7 boys in the BTS band, they created these characters that are Line Friends. They're kind of little mascots that represent each of the band members. And they're sold through like Line Friends shops, but all of the BTS, there's I think 40 million active members. I'm a card carrying member myself of BTS Army, but I mean, everybody, there's so many fans that are not even like card carrying members. They're just so big. Anyway, BT21 is available now, but that's just kind of just to show you the type of collaborations that are coming through. We're bringing them fast and furiously as they come. A lot of the anime, so there's Demon Slayer, like there's going to be a 4th wave coming out later this summer. Jujutsu Kaisen, which is, you know, one of the biggest anime properties at the moment. So that one's coming out in a couple months as well. So we're right on the heels of Japan. We're tagging into their same production timeline and bringing them here as fast as we can. So, you know, fans are just going to have to be on the lookout for all of these as they come, and we'll keep announcing them as we do. But that is our collaboration. And then there's one other thing that I'd like to share with you, because this is a growing area for us. And this is just kind of give you an idea, and we'll just stay on the panned out view just so they can get this. So what we're doing is we're working with the Gashapon team in Japan, you know, the Bandai Gashapon World team. And so obviously these are not Gashapon machines, but we said, how do we translate that to shelf? How do we translate that to retail? Because this is such a craze, and anime is so on fire right now. Well, has been, but it's just really just taken over. So this is what we've done. We've so far brought one of these into retail. It's been available for about a year now, but could not keep them on shelves. This was introduced during the pandemic, where people were only in stores for their essentials and their MHA blind pack. That's what was happening. Like, we were introducing other things at retail at the same time, nothing was happening, but these ones we could not keep in stock. There's $7.99 across the board. That's the way we've introduced this. And it's just like Gashapon, it's like different variations. It's not just all little action posed figures, but these ones, they have the most incredible detail. So unlike, this close up, it's just, these things are so just, the detail on these is incredible. The paint job, it looks just like the anime. It's kind of insane what they do in like under 3 inches here. But they all come with their own stand. They're blind foil packs. the foil packs. Yeah. And so the foil packs look great. They do have this little cardboard sleeve around the figure, so you can't automatically tell what's inside. But I mean, we could not be more, I mean, we were pleasantly surprised. And because of that, we had to instantly expand. So we've got a bunch coming. We'll probably have 6 by the end of this year. And this is how it would look on shelf, or this is how we're proposing it might look, just to kind of emulate that Gashapon feel. It's a, big splash of eye candy, one after one of your favorite IP. And we are bringing out MHA in another series, and Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Dragon Ball. Everything that Japan's doing, we're tapping into the hottest things that they're doing. Demon Slayer's coming out. I mean, we're tapping into as much as we can. So we are so excited about this, and I just wanted to give you that preview of what this line is going to look like at retail. Okay, and with that, I'm going to pass it off to my colleague, Sela.
Talking about anime. You can't talk anime without Dragon Ball. And I am sure all of you guys are aware that there is a Dragon Ball movie that is coming out, which we're all very excited for. I know I see you shaking your head. We're very excited for that. It's going to be here long before it arrives in theaters, right? So that is super exciting as well. And we are going to have some really great product that's going to come out. We can't show you. We can't sneak it yet just because it's so far in advance, but we are excited to let you know that we will have some product coming out that is for the movie. And I can show you some of the things that we do have now. So we have, this is of course our Tenkaichi Budokai Stadium, which is a fan favorite and known throughout the universe of Dragon Ball. But what I'm going to show you now is, 2 of my personal faves. So this is actually, if you can do a close up real quick. There we go. Here is Vegeta. Look how amazing and classic he actually looks with his armor, his scouter device, everything. This is from Dragon Ball Kai. He is amazing. Look at this. As you guys know, we have over 16 points of articulation for all of our Dragon Stars figures. So really the posing and the playing and everything that you can do with it is kind of just endless. Super excited for this guy. And then the next thing too, and this is actually not fully out, so this is a little bit of a sneak peek. You guys know we have a power-up pack that is a part of Dragon Stars, right? One of our newest characters is actually Goku Rose. So we're very excited. He of course comes with his power aura, with his actual sight, as well as some of his power-up attacks. So we're super excited to bring him into the Dragon Stars Dragon Ball lineup. And then we do have, I'm just going to kind of show you something as an example, because I know that we shared some images with you guys, and those images are on embargo because they're for products that haven't come out yet for Dragon Ball, right? So you saw the Frieza and the Beerus, which we're super excited to bring in. So those are some sneak peeks, but we're also bringing out some new 5-inch Dragon Ball characters as well. So I just wanted to give you this as reference for what our 5-inch line looks like. Absolutely amazing. The articulation is great. What you can do with the action figures or toys, depending on how you play with them or who you're gifting them to, is really kind of up to you and your imagination. And going into more anime, just like Trish said, the popularity of anime is off the charts, you guys, and it is only going to get bigger. It's now no longer pop culture. It is here to stay, and it's going to be here to stay for a very, very long time. And arguably one of the most popular titles outside of Dragon Ball is Naruto. Everybody knows one of our favorite heroes, Naruto, right? We do have some new figures coming out that I can't necessarily share with you yet, because that will be announced in the next couple of months, but they are some really cool, super powered up versions of some of the characters we currently have. But I did want to show you what we have now that just basically got a pre-sale. So if you didn't purchase it on pre-sale, you can actually purchase it online now on Amazon, or you can wait until it hits stores basically in spring. And this guy right here, Naruto Stage of 6 Pass Mode, look at the yellow and look at his coloring. He looks absolutely amazing. He flew off the shelves for pre-sale. The designs, everything. He is just the next thing that you want to add to your Naruto collection. And then of course, you can't have Naruto without Sakura. She's the first female, but not the only female, hint, 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 that will be coming to Anime Heroes lineup. So we're very excited to have her. She's done phenomenally well as well. All of the fans asked for her, so we're excited that we actually got to bring her to the Anime Heroes lineup. And before I talk to you about One Piece, one of the things that we are going to share is that we are actually bringing 3 new lines, 3 new IPs to Anime Heroes this year. One of them is coming out in spring and 2 of them are going to come out in fall. I can give you a little hints, right? That one of them won some awards last year, which we're very excited for, and is going to be having a new season coming up in 23, which is very exciting. One of them is honestly one of the most classic animes you could possibly imagine, that has been around for a very long time, that's going to have a new season, a new show that's coming back, which we're very excited for. And then another one is a classic 80s, 90s anime. So, and they look phenomenal in the action figures, so we're very excited to bring them. So those are the 3 sneak peeks that I can give you for Anime Heroes. Hopefully you got some hints there that you can try to decipher and figure out. And then of course we have One Piece. One Piece is a mainstay, as I'm sure you guys are aware. There is a live action series that's coming out on Netflix, which we're super, super excited for. There's, you know, the One Piece Red movie. So again, just to reiterate, anime is huge. It's not really going anywhere. And we've basically seen that with the fandom and the sales and the love of Anime Heroes and Dragon Ball. We have Shanks and Ace here, which are here. These guys just came out, but the real hero here, as far as sneak peeks, is this guy. So he is not out yet. He looks phenomenal. He will be out on pre-sale within the next couple of months. So this is your official fall sneak peek here when it comes to a One Piece and it comes to Trafalgar Law within One Piece. And just so you guys are aware, we have a very extensive lineup coming for One Piece. As you know, as we've done, you know, with Naruto and pretty much all of our really great extensive anime lines, when it works, it works. And we want to make sure that we're bringing not only the best characters that all the fans love, but the most recognizable as well. Because we know that anime now is just kind of bridging this gap of it being something that was only for adults and only for collectors and only people who are into anime. And now it's kind of, you know, progressing into kids loving anime and teens and people experiencing it and exploring it for the first time and falling in love with all of these titles for the first time. So we're really excited to actually bring, you know, some of our most beloved characters to the Anime Heroes lineup. And again, those 3 new IPs coming, you guys, your minds are going to be blown. We're very excited. There's going to be an uproar on social media and it's going to be very great. So I cannot wait for the actual day when this happens. So moving on from anime, we're going to show you 2 more things on our Bandai side, right? The first thing is coming fresh off the press of their new season announcements. You got it right, Tara. Stranger Things. So we are going to have some absolutely amazing monsters and some amazing figures come out for the new season of Stranger Things. Does that mean that I can tell you what they are and show them to you? No, because they are very, very heavily under embargo. So from Netflix and Stranger Things, right? But with that being said, I did want to share with you some of the things that I can show you. And one of those things that we're very excited about here is our actual 2-scale 11-inch Demogorgon. This guy is coming out in the next couple of months. We're very excited. And when I mean 2 scale, I mean that's 11. And this is our Demogorgon.
With bent knees.
Yeah, with bent knees. He is fully articulated. You can do so many things with this guy. And then you actually have our glow-in-the-dark Demogorgon as well, who does really glow in the dark. So if you can imagine this guy being scary enough, now you actually have this guy who glows in the dark and is just as arguably scary. And then of course, I mean, our 6.5-inch action figures look absolutely amazing. We will have some more coming out for the new season, which we're very excited for. And I mean, the packaging just pops off the shelf. And if there was ever going to be a character who really looked exactly like the show, that would be Hopper, our friend over here. We all saw him in Russia. We know that's going to be a huge part of what's going to be happening in the new season. So we're very excited to see where that brings him and what figures it allows us to bring you guys for when the season launches. The last thing we're talking about is our good friend Digimon. I could give you a very big hint here, but I'm going to hold off on that. I'm just going to remind you that this is like an 80s, 90s classic. and exists in the anime world, right? So we have Digimon, and these are the actual Digimon devices. So the girls talk to you about Tama and all of the many amazing versions of Tamagotchi, but the difference here is that you get to, instead of raising and feeding and nurturing, you get to raise, train, and battle. I mean, normally we would think that this would be something only for guys, but it's really not, because we found out that arguably 50% of our audience is females. So we now know that chicks love to raise, train, and battle Digimon, which is great because they're super exciting. They're very fun. We do have our wave 2 of Digimon X, which has all new evolutions, new colors, new patterns on pre-sale right now on Amazon for like the standard $19.99. And it's going to be up on pre-sale for, you know, a couple weeks, if not another month. We're very excited about that. And these are actually some of the new colors, if you wouldn't mind. There we go. So we have this one. Here's 3 of the new colors from Digimon X, Wave 2, which we're very excited for. You know, one of the most highly engaged brands that we have at Bandai, especially when it comes to social and fan love, is Digimon. People love it. If you were to go online and you were to YouTube Digimon walkthrough videos, things like that, there are hundreds of thousands of views of people just trying to figure out how to train and evolve their Digimon characters. So we're very excited to bring some additional waves to the actual lineup. And I mean, the packaging just looked so cool as well. Perfect. So that was kind of my spiel in a short period of time, talking about anime, talking about Stranger Things, talking about Digimon. Before I pass it on over to our counterparts on the Bluefin side, I know I see you over there dancing. Did you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that? Or we can save it till the end and you can watch us perform for you and then ask us your questions at the end. All right, I think we're good. So I'm going to pass it on to you guys over on the Bluefin side. Write your questions down or save them so we can answer some at the end.
We weren't so much dancing. We're doing like our Brock Lesnar, like before
Gotta get ready.
Hey guys, welcome to the Bluefin Power Station. I am David. This is Justin. We are the Hansel and Derek Zoolander of Bandai. Can't wait to show you all of the cool stuff, Blue Steel, all the cool stuff we have to show you. We're starting off with Demon Slayer. Like Bandai America mentioned, anime is super hot right now. When we go to our pop culture events, very hot. We go to our pop culture events, we notice that anime is doing incredibly strong. And so we wanted to start off with probably the hottest property in anime right now, which is Demon Slayer. Justin, why don't you start over here and I'll take over here.
Sure. So we'll kick things off with our casual brands. What's interesting about this, and great actually, is that we know everyone loves Demon Slayer, but maybe they don't have a whole lot of money to spend. They can go the more modest approach with the casual. They just want to throw something on their shelf or their desk and have a fun little collectible. So we'll just start on the left-hand side here. We have our paper theater, our InSky paper theater. This is amazing. It's a fun little craft project that'll get you going. We have workshops when we go to our trade shows and people build these. It just takes a little bit of some scissor action and some glue, and you have these adorable 3D paper arts. Moving right along, we have our Shokugan Twinkle Dolly sets. These have these little bands right here, so you can use them as keychains. All your favorite characters. You'll notice that there's a counterpart to it over here. You have the Demon Slayer mascots. These are a little bit larger. These ones you can throw on your backpack and have a good time. You just pick your favorite character and roll with it. Moving on up, we have from Mega House, we actually have the Chokurin mascots. These are adorable. See how,
Most of it was on
well
the
posted.
We were backwards.
Yeah, how fun. Well, let's leave it like that. But these are great. They're actually only $10. And they don't come out until the fall of 2022. So you get an early preview of these guys. Again, all your favorite characters, you name it, and they're going to be making them. As well as back to Shokugan, we have the Average Motion. These are, again, just little figures that you love to have on your desk or shelf. Here's Nezuko kicking some demon booty action, and they're absolutely adorable. Moving right along, we also have these Tippies. These are brand new. These are coming out in the summer. You can't knock them down even if you try. They get right on back up. They're adorable. And then right over here, we have Tanjiro as a Nanoblock. And Nanoblock is one of our new brands that we're very excited for. They just came out here in the United States about a year ago when we took them over. And we are very pumped about the success that we're having with Nanoblock. Everyone is having a good time chomping at the bit to build these things. We had our first workshop at San Diego Comic-Con special event, and people had a blast building little Pokeballs. It was a lot of fun. And we had this gorgeous little Pokemon wall, and it was absolutely amazing. So we'll have more on Nanoblock here shortly. David, why don't you take it over?
Absolutely. Talking more about our figure lines, you can see in front of us what everyone's looking at are these awesome Proplica swords from Tamashii Nations. Let's see if this one is turned on yet. We'll turn it on while I'm talking about it. We have Rengoku sword, we have Tanjiro sword, and we have Zenitsu sword. Come with everything you see here, comes with the base. When for Zenitsu, it actually comes with the sheath, makes the sheathing sound when you put it together. It's so cool. All of them make sounds from the actual anime itself. So let's get close to the mic. So it does sound effects, dialogue, grunts apparently. And it'll also play snippets from the actual soundtrack, and they are amazing. Going on from Tamashii Nations, they also have these figure arts minis, similar to what Justin was talking about. If you didn't want to invest, $1 million in something, if you wanted just a little Rengoku on your little rock star on your desk, or hairband as Justin would call them, you can go ahead and you can get one of these. They are great. They do come with optional hands. So right now we have Rengoku ready for battle. If you want, he can actually be holding his flaming sword and ready to just kick some butte. Kind of a step up from that, we have the figure art zeros. These are fixed posed figures. So we have Tanjiro and we have Nezuko. What's great about these is if you're someone who loves the look and feel and the detail of one of the high-end action figures, but maybe you're just not so great at posing, these come pre-posed. You can see they got these amazing translucent effect parts. You got the flames and everything off of Tanjiro there. So they really display so well. And then finally, in addition to this part, we actually brought an Ichiban Sho statue, similar to Figure Art Zero. We have Ichiban Sho here, also a fixed pose statue. But these are kind of a more affordable statues, and same thing with all the other ones. We have such an amazing breadth of IPs and of characters from Demon Slayer. So that's Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Figure Art Zero and Ichiban Sho. Those are those things that I like to equate to like the nice old lady that collects spoons, and she has like a curio cabinet, and they look awesome when they're just all together on the shelf. If you have like all the different characters from Ichiban together, they just look like a really gorgeous collection. Same goes for Figure Art Zero, especially when you can kind of put them together a little bit, sort of like Pangea, and like they just sort of form together to form this nice little diorama, and it looks gorgeous.
Sweet geology reference,
right? You like that?
But yeah, you can really tell a tale if you get a bunch of Figure Art Zeros, a bunch of Ichiban, like Justin said. They are so cool. And Tamashii Nations does so much more. They do SH Figure Arts and all of that. So so much cool stuff coming. And so that was Demon Slayer. So ready to move on to our next brand. And so now you get to see how the magic's made, where you just see us all just start taking stuff off.
Sure. And while you guys are doing that, I'll go ahead and get started on Nanoblock. So Nanoblock is, like I said, one of our new brands. We just started distributing them last year in 2021. You can actually follow our social accounts at Nanoblock US, where we reveal all sorts of fun and amazing new sets for people to collect and build. They're fun to build, fun to collect, fun to display. Remember that. It's one of the key phrases there with Nanoblock.
That sounds like a lot of fun, Justin.
I know, right? But here's just a closer look at Tanjiro. They have this great little 8-bit aesthetic, and you can see all the fun different color gradations that exist with these things. They're really tall blocks, or they're rather short blocks. I said tall. I'm losing it. But what's cool about these things is they're only about a 4mm brick, and so they're pretty tiny. But after about 150 pieces or so, you have this awesome little figure. Look at how adorable that is. Amazing. And we'll just move this guy right along here. We have some mini Nano. These are great. This is Kirby, now celebrating basically his 30th anniversary, little Kirby. And you can see what's interesting about mini Nano is it's actually fewer blocks to put the piece together. You can see a completed Kirby is about half as many pieces. And they're only $6. And they're mini Nano are actually in blind packaging, so you don't know which one you're going to get. So it's even more fun to collect. There's also Pokemon mini Nanos as well.
Yeah, the Pokemon are adorable. I mean, look at this Blastoise here. I mean, he's tiny, he's adorable. You really get that 8-bit feel with him. It feels like it came just straight off of your Game Boy and then was colorized. Super good. And then you can see the larger Pokemon.
Right. These are the regular size ones. These are from the Nanoblock collection series and the character collection series. And these guys are actually $12 each. They're amazing. They're adorable. And we actually have tweezers and a little building mat to make things easier for folks to build. You can see because they are such small little blocks, sometimes having tweezers in your hands will be a little bit more beneficial for you. People like Dave and I that have really big monster hands, grip a basketball, might make it a little bit more challenging, but that's half the fun, right?
Yeah, and the tweezers have the indentation of the peg in there, so it
so
picks it up perfectly.
Yep. Because as the instructions work with Nanoblock, it's basically a top-down view. So you're just building up levels, and so you're literally just putting one block on top of the next, and it works out really handy.
It makes me feel like Johnny Five from Short Circuit, like he just has all the little attachments and stuff like that.
Disassemble.
Yeah, and ours is the little tweezer attachment.
Here's a fun one. This is a Nanoblock arcade machine for Space Invaders, going back in time 44 years now for Space Invaders, 1978, if you can believe it.
Don't feel old, you do now.
I know, right? I had this on Atari 2600, believe it or not.
You dated yourself.
I know, I'm old. But that was 1980, so
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. But what's cool about this one is this actually won an award for like an influencer choice award for 2021, which is awesome. And then just moving things right along, we actually have a Pac-Man arcade machine as well. But here's an actual Pac-Man going chompy chomp. Waka waka, as it were, to get to the cherry.
He's a hungry guy.
All right, just like me, always eating. And then here's some packaging. So this is Crash Bandicoot, everyone's favorite PlayStation mascot from the 90s.
Right.
He's a bullhorn, Jared. Get him a bullhorn.
Who may or may not be owned by Microsoft now.
Well, here's a fun look at the packaging. There are so many different characters. We even have some Sonic action over here.
What's really cool about Nanoblock is you can see it has a very eclectic IP range. It's not focused on anime or video games, or it's got so many different things across so many different platforms. And as you'll see shortly, it even has some non-IP stuff. But yeah, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles right there, and you got
a new Sonic movie coming out.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
Got Idris Elba.
And then here's a fun reveal for Toy Fair. We have partnered with Kawada, and who does Nanoblock, and Nintendo and Capcom rather. And so this is fantastic. You have Mega Man, Cutman, you got the Energy.
Who's your favorite Mega Man villain? You put me on the spot last time, and I already said Cutman.
I
so you
love
can't
them
say
all
it.
equally.
Like you strike me as a Snake Man kind of guy.
I like the Dr. Wily.
Oh, he's the main villain.
Yeah. And then we have our Char Nanos. These are actually a little bit bigger. So this is for My Hero Academia, which would be later in this year. But we also have Mazingers to give you an idea of scale. A super robot next to Pikachu, so much larger.
Yeah, and what's cool about the box is, we have the insert in there right now, but you can actually take the insert out and you can actually display your figure within the box if you wanted kind of that like Funko feel type thing.
Yeah, Funko Pop vibe.
There's a really cool Dragon Ball one. It's Goku shooting a Kamehameha, and I cannot wait to build that and take 10 days because I have big hands.
Right. But there's also animals. Nanoblock's really big on animals. There's a million different animals to choose from. There's even like sea friends, so there's sharks and whales. There's koalas, there's elephants, seahorses, for crying out loud. Food.
Just keep naming animals.
I know. But there's also
we'll kill
food
some
too.
time.
There's pizza, there's ramen. My goodness.
The ramen is cool because it's got the chopsticks like elevated like you're eating it.
Right. That's fantastic. Cool chameleon. Then there's also the Sights to See series. So like famous like destinations here in the world. We got the Statue of Liberty. There's some castles. The Hunchback.
Hunchback.
See Quasimodo at the top there. You have the Notre Dame Cathedral, which is gorgeous. So if you visit these places and you want to remember that wonderful sight to see, or maybe you have plans to make plans, as they say. You want to go there one day. You can start with your Nanoblock kit.
If you were going to surprise your significant other with a trip to France, you get them, and that would be their hint.
I like it.
And when they put it together, they know where it's going.
Right. Oh, here's a dragon. And what's cool about any type of flying animals, a lot of times they have articulation in their wings, so you can pose them in different ways. I know that I have a phoenix that has tail feathers that move, as well as its regular wings. It's pretty rad. And then, of course, we have this amazing ship. So this is the advanced series right here. This one is one that you're not going to want to tackle right away. Maybe get started with some of the easier stuff. But if you like a challenge, jump right in. But this is 2,500 pieces. And as I mentioned, they are like 4mm bricks. So that's a lot of Nanoblock action.
I wonder how long it would take you to build that.
Forever.
We should race. We should get two.
I tell you,
we'll
you won.
race.
You won. I can't do it.
Congratulations on your victory by disqualification.
But do follow us at Nanoblock US to get a little bit more information on Nanoblocks. We're happy to keep that gravy train going.
Yeah, we're super excited about Nanoblocks, and the response has been huge, especially because it has such a divergent and eclectic IP range, as well as just things occurring in the wild, like Statue of Liberty. They occur in the wild, right?
They do.
They just sprout out of the ground. There's like a tree.
Just out of water.
Statue of Liberty tree.
You only find those on the water, you know.
Yeah.
But no, they're great. And as David mentioned, we are working on a lot of different licenses. There are a ton in Japan that we're hoping to bring over. So very excited about that. You just name a license and we'll do our best to try and bring it to you.
We're definitely trying to get them all.
Nanoblock is very receptive to feedback. So if there's anything that you want to see in the future, definitely let us know and we'll try and make it happen.
Even when we make crazy requests, they're like, we'll look into it.
Right.
That's their nice way of saying no.
Pound sand.
We're not. Here we have some great Kirby items from InSky. We mentioned the paper theater before, but here you can see that they do come in different sizes. It's not just your 2x3 or whatever dimension that is. We actually have the longer one, and this one you can really see the detail. Whoa!
That's twice now.
Doing that.
There's like a bump here.
It's a bump. You can see from the side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 6 sheets of paper, but within each of those sheets, there are little things, like the Kirby, like the King DDD roller coaster, like the people in the background and stuff like that. There's so much detail you can put on there to where it really, really does become a fun craft project. It's not something where it's like a 2-minute one and done. You really, really get to get your hooks in it and really enjoy it. And when it's done, you have this amazing collection. They also sell, protectors. If you wanted to get like acrylic protectors to cover your works of art, you can do that as well. And Paper Theater goes across a lot of IPs. We show the Demon Slayer ones. These are, of course, the Kirby ones. We have a bunch for Ghibli, and there are other IPs as well. So, so much fun stuff.
Including stackable Kirby's.
Stackable
I think
Kirby's.
I just set a record right there.
What do you got there? You got 4?
Yeah. These are really
Let's see.
hard
Can
to
you get 5? Nope. It's too scary.
Oh,
all right, you got 5. There's no way he gets 6.
Can't do it.
So it comes with what? So that's 5. So
1,
it comes
2,
with
3,
10.
4, 5, yeah.
So you get 10 Kirby's to see how many you can put on there. The side of the box has someone that has stacked them all, but I believe that is tricks. As someone who can only do 2.
Right. Hollywood Hocus Pocus.
Hollywood Hocus Pocus. This box just keeps knocking everything over. Also from InSky, we have these great puzzles. So, aside from, make sure I got it right, we have Kirby puzzles here. So, Justin mentioned that it's the anniversary for Kirby, and let me put it the right side up so you don't look at the white box. 30 years of Kirby, 30 years of him sucking up and swallowing people and taking their identities. The original identity thief.
Busy guy.
He is. He's a sneaky sneak. And then, of course, we have the Kirby acrylics here.
Right.
These are adorable. You got the swing.
You can make your own amusement park with these things.
Yeah.
Teeter-totter. There's also another one with him with a tree.
We try to not talk about the teeter-totter too much. Justin had an experience as a child. He was teeter-tottering with someone not of the appropriate size and was launched to the moon and may or may not have ended up in the emergency room.
And this is the packaging that the acrylics come in. Tiny little sheets. Easy peasy, pop them out, go to town. Yeah,
just like the Paper Theater, they're really thin, they're really easy. They would make a perfect like add-on gift for the Kirby fan in your life. If you got them something and wanted to put something small in there with them, these would be perfect for them.
Perfect. Scoot these down.
Ooh, and then you got the little guys.
Right, these are our little Shokugan Kirby friends. Absolutely adorable. I think they're $4 each. Look at how many there are to collect. My goodness.
I mean, there's the Link one. It's always the last one you put on there because it's the best. Save the best for last.
Save the best for last. Look at how adorable they are.
Yeah.
Kirby's always fun in different themes.
Yeah, and for all the Smash Brothers fans out there, he turns into Link and stuff. You've got the tomato head, all the good stuff. Kirby is a fun brand. It's great that it's seeing a second life during its anniversary.
Right. Sweet. So now we have some Studio Ghibli stuff. What's exciting about Ghibli is that we are the primary distributor. The exclusive distributor.
The official distributor of North America.
There you have it.
And Ghibli is an interesting brands. We have Benelink, we have InSky, because they cover such a wide swath of things. So you can see we have little figures here. We have the Gigi set, we have the Totoro set, then we have puzzles. We have things like dusters for your computer, the Heen duster for your from House Moving Castle, clean like your keyboard and stuff like that. Justin's got a frying pan for crying out loud. Dong. So many fun things. We have the crystal puzzles. What's cool about these is the pieces are acrylic and they're semi-translucent. So as I come up this light, I'll go slow for Steven. As I go for this light, you can see it kind of shines through, almost kind of creates like a stained glass window kind of look. This is one of our smaller ones, even though it is still, there's still plenty of pieces in there, but they do get significantly bigger. So just because I'm not strong enough to hold the big one up, this is the small one. So you can see, and they come across, for Studio Ghibli, we cover a number of the films, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, and Totoro. I almost forgot Totoro. How you gonna
Yeah,
forget
we have a
Totoro?
big one.
We have giant Totoro back here.
Holy smokes! For when you gotta take those naps.
Yeah, or you can put it on your computer desk. Someone, Sean here, the brand manager, he likes to put it on his chair. So when you walk up, all you see is this cutout of Totoro behind him. I'm like,
right, super soft, absolutely amazing. And this was so popular that we had to reissue it. Actually,
wow.
Yeah, sold out. Had to get more.
So if you see it, better get it before it's gone.
And we did talk about the towels.
We were talking about towels.
How adorable is that? They tuck up all nicely in this little Totoro. You even have a little white Totoro in the suit sprite for luck.
It's pretty adorable. I'd say like 9.5 out of 10.
Right.
The frying pan is a definite 10.
Right.
This is adorable.
Oh, they're
The
absolutely amazing.
calcifer frying pan.
And they just
That's
roll back
solid.
up. Easy peasy.
Yeah,
Moving right
almost
along.
too easy. We got to give him a challenge, Justin.
Yeah. So here's Gundam Converge.
Yeah, Gundam Converge are cool. You can see they're not blind, so you see what you're going to be getting. They come in these small boxes. There is some small assembly required, but for the most part, it's right out of the package. These are great, again, for those casual collectors who just want to put something on their desk. I want a Sosby on my desk, but I don't want to build, a real grade and spend, X amount of hours. Or I built my real grade, but I want to leave that at home because people at my office knock stuff off my desk on purpose and they're jerk offs. So
These are fabulous. They're only $8. And as David mentioned, some assembly required, mainly just putting the shield on and the backpacks, or adding their little rifle or sword to their hands.
yeah, and there are so many different Converge lines. I believe we're into the 20s. We have special Converge lines. There's the Gold series and stuff like that. So there's so much cool Converge going on. If you have a specific mobile suit that you love the most, there is most definitely probably a Converge out there for you. As well as maybe even a G-frame, which we'll show off next.
Yeah.
So yeah, Converge looks great on your desk, and people are gonna be like, "Wow, you put all that together?" And you can just lie to them and say, "Oh yeah, I spent hours,
absolutely.
my whole weekend, I had a 3-day weekend. I spent it building Converge."
So these are G-frame. These are great. These are actually articulated little figures that you put together. They all come with accessories and weapons. I see like the Zaku's got a heat hawk, as well as his machine gun and his bazooka.
Good pull with the heat hawk.
You like that?
I do. Got bazookas, got beam rifles.
But
Oh no.
again, these are posable, so they're fully articulated, so you can pose them however you like to on your desk or shelf. And you don't have to spend them, a ton of money or time putting them together. Because right now, these days, time is what's most important, right?
Yeah. So you can see, they have the typical, articulation at the knees and the ankles and stuff. You can see we got him kneeling. He's actually shooting at you guys. He's like, "Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo."
Oh yeah, and it comes with thank you, AJ. It actually comes with a static frame as well. It's actually 2 frames, whereas all in one box too, for that matter. Normally in Japan, it would be 2 separate things, but here in the United States, you get both the static frame and the articulated frame.
My go-to pose is always kneeling and shooting. In my eyes, they're always kneeling and they're always shooting.
Mine are always asleep. They sleep like cows, standing up.
Yours are just right off the factory floor.
But continuing with Shokugan, we also have Jujutsu Kaisen also making a splash over in the anime space. This is one of our favorites here in the studio. These are actually amazing.
Yeah, the new hotness. Everyone loves Jujutsu Kaisen right now. I remember Justin watched the first 2 episodes that came in and just told everyone, whatever you're doing now, stop it. Go home, watch all the Jujutsu Kaisen. It's only 3 episodes. I'm not asking a lot, and we all did, so he didn't yell at us.
And you can see the packaging. You see what you're gonna get, which is great. It's like Gojo's one of my favorites. Absolutely amazing. And they come with a little stand for you to pose them. Again, these are just like those ones that we showed you with Demon Slayer, where they're just tiny little guys that you're able to just put on a little peg, and they display nicely on your desk or shelf.
Yeah, and if you get the whole set, or if you get a bunch of them, you can create a little diorama with them.
Yeah,
Little action scene.
easy peasy.
Yeah. You got Panda.
I like Panda.
Everybody loves
Pandas are
Panda.
amazing, especially when they're just rolling all over the place.
I mean,
Animal
if you could be an animal, Panda's probably a good animal to have because nothing's expected of you. You just get to lie around, be lazy.
Hang out, I take care of you.
That's the dream, Justin. That's the dream.
So what is this material called?
Flock.
Yeah.
They're flocked.
They're fuzzy toys.
They're not fuzzy. It's like I'm like they're like furry and fuzzy.
So Animal Crossing, this is those of you Nintendo fans out there, you might know that Animal Crossing is like the second best selling game on Switch right now, right behind Mario Kart. So
It's two
Animal
good
Crossing,
games.
I know, I agree. So if you have a Switch, definitely get your Animal Crossing and your Mario Kart on. But these are adorable. Look at how fun these are.
Treat your farm better than I treated mine.
Right. These are Tamagotchi dolls, I believe is what they're called. They're actually amazing.
Yeah, they have great expressions on them. You know, again, if you have someone, you know, Animal Crossing is an IP that doesn't necessarily have a ton of collectibles out there. So whenever you can see something, you know, you definitely want to snag it up for, in not obscure IP, but
Sure.
collectible wise. It's not.
Yeah, it's fun.
out there.
Yeah, there's not a lot out there. And like AJ, who's right off camera over here, he's a big Animal Crossing fan. He even has the little magnets that are amazing that we also offer.
He keeps all his old homework up there with the magnets.
Right. And then the last thing that we have is from Mega House, and we like to celebrate Catter Day, and this is a great because if you like Naruto and you like cats, we get to merge both worlds together. How cute are these little guys?
Someone thought, I want to collect something that's Naruto, but also feline.
Right. I want to celebrate cats. And you can see the different characters that are on the boxes there.
Mega House is like, I got you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I got you, fam.
covered. And this cat line sold so well that they quickly announced another volume.
There you go.
There's so many characters in
Naruto.
Naruto that they got to make multiple volumes. But they're also doing it for One Piece as well. So if you like pirates.
I know you like pirates.
I do. I had a pirate joke, but you ruined it. So now I don't want to jump in
Aww. I'll let you have one.
Those hecklers, man, they're the worst.
You went in for two pirates. I gave you the one pirate joke. You tried two.
No, they're great. But just to give you a little demonstration as far as like the packaging goes, you can see this little guy right up here, but they just come in little plastic and then you just pop it open, easy peasy.
And you got an adorable little Naruto cat.
Yep. But that's it for us over here on the Bluefin side.
I know we went over a ton really, really rapidly, but we wanted to be cognizant of your time and leave you time at the end to ask any questions you might have. So if you have any, go ahead and shoot them over.
And then just remember that you will be getting a deck that shows like when these items are coming out, how much they cost, things of that nature. Catterday. Catterday. Hashtag Catterday.
Make it a thing.
I think it is.
Is it? I don't have a cat.
There's cats of Instagram, cats of Twitter, cats of Facebook.
I'm a dog guy.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't know which ill on cats. But,
Sure. Anyway.
Enough of our jibber jabber.
If there isn't any questions, I will certainly be sending this whole recording as well as the links and press kit items that the team's been talking about. So if there isn't any questions, we thank you so much for your time. If something does pop into your head later, please reach out to me and let me know, and I can connect you with any of the team members here today.
Great, thank you so much.
All right, bye guys. Have a wonderful afternoon.